Presents, the new movie out on the big screen. So let's talk about it. Okay, so Presents is the newest movie that is out on the big screen for you guys to go and check out right now. This is not a horror movie, okay? So don't go into this movie expecting to see a full-blown horror, because that's not what this movie is. This movie is more suspense thriller, and mystery, I would say, as well, rather than actually a horror movie. There, there isn't really much horror elements in this movie. This is not a Paranormal Activity. I'm telling you that now. This is not one of those movies where you are following a spirit that is just destroying and trying to scare people and kill people. That's not what this movie is about. This movie is about a family that moves into a house and there's a presence within this house. Now, whether it's friendly, whether it's not, that's for you to decide when you watch the movie. So, what do I think of this movie? My initial thought when I came out of the movie theater, I was thinking to myself, I could see people raving about this film. Some people are going to think this film is absolutely, undeniably fantastic. People are going to be like, this is brilliant. Then I also know that there's going to be a group, another side, where they're going to be like, this is absolutely boring. I don't like this at all. It's got nothing to it. There's no substance. And I can see both arguments here. I totally understand both arguments. So it's a very unique film. So the whole entire film is shot from the POV point of the presence itself. So every single scene that you are in is from that point of view. You are essentially the presence in this film. It feels like that because every time there's an argument or there's characters going on, you move as if you're the presence within that house, which I thought was a unique way to do it rather than just, have it shot from camera footage. We've seen that one where, oh, we got a camera in the house, we're watching it from the camera. In that instance, no, this is just directly feel like you're the spirit, which I thought was a good choice. Now, some of the things that I didn't like, there was scenes when they cut to the next scene, it goes black for a while. It got annoying. I will say that it got very, very annoying. It would be like the scene, cut, black screen for about a couple of seconds in that next scene. And it was kind of jarring. Because it was very constant. And it just took away, to me, it just took away elements that I was feeling in those moments with, oh, now I've got to wait another few seconds. Okay, cool. Boom. So it kind of cuts the tension really, really quickly. I wasn't a big fan of that editing choice. I get why they did it because it's almost like a symbol of like the spirit's going to sleep almost in a way sort of thing. So there's that. Another thing that I will tell you guys here, I'm not going to spoil anything. There is a twist and a reveal that happens in this movie. Obviously at the end of the movie. I'm going to just say one thing to you guys. Don't overthink it. Because I'm trying to wrap my head around how it makes sense. And it doesn't make sense. I understand what they're trying to do. The twist itself, I get. I get the aim, what they were trying to achieve. I understand it. The end goal, I get it. I see what you were trying to achieve there. But when you actually think about it, you kind of have to jump hoops to make it make sense. So I would say, don't overthink it. Okay, don't overthink it. I mean, I tried to wrap my head around it and none of it makes sense. There's only one way I could come up with it to how it would make sense. That's the only way that I could do it. I'm not going to tell you because then it will spoil the surprise in that. And I was just sitting there afterwards. I was just trying to think, okay, that doesn't really make sense. I mean, I've got to do a lot of mental gymnastics here to get to the conclusion for it to make sense. Which, I mean, like I said, just don't overthink it. If you don't overthink it, I think you'll be like, oh, that's cool. So I'm just telling you guys now, don't overthink it. Some of the things I did like, I like the family dynamic. We got to see this family that has issues. It's not a perfect family. It has a lot of issues. Obviously, the daughter has gone through some major events that is causing her a lot of trauma, which I really liked. And you had the father who was the one that was connecting with the daughter a lot more and trying to understand the situation. And I really enjoyed the father. The father to me was fantastic. That character, I really like that character. He came across as a man who knows his family is falling apart, but is trying his absolute best to hold everything together, while also trying to support his daughter through the trauma that she has gone through in life at this point, while also trying to deal with his stuff that is going on and the issues that is arising within his marriage and stuff like that, which I really, really enjoyed. And he came across as like the person that actually gave a crap about her and how she felt and actually was taking crap seriously. The mother. Oh my word, the mother. I was getting weird vibes from the mother. There's a scene pretty early on in the film. Low key thought she was hitting on her son. I kind of think that she had a thing for her son. Like, I mean, the way she was talking was very much the way I would talk to my wife if I'm, trying to hint towards something. You kind of spout off stuff about like how I never felt so close to a person before. Crap like that you would say to your girlfriend, wife, husband, or something like that. That's what you would do to your lover. You wouldn't say, I wouldn't really say anything like that to my kids. So I was getting kind of weird vibes from her. She came across as an absolute, B word. I was like, whoo, okay, I do not like her. The son is very arrogant because he's very good at a sport in this movie. So I understand that. And he's kind of like, doesn't want to obviously have his sister rain on his parade. It's a typical brother sibling rivalry sort of like, oh, I'm trying to get on with my life. Don't drag me down into your crap. And I really like the dad's message in here about that towards his son, where he was trying to explain to him, like, we only have a limited amount of time, man. It's your sister. Like, come on. Try and mend this relationship because maybe one day there won't be a chance where you can mend that relationship. So I really like that message as well. And he obviously goes through his own little thing that he's doing as well. But the dynamic of the family, I really enjoyed. Now, the last thing I'm going to touch on is this did not, I'm going to be honest, I thought this did not need to be this long. This really felt like they took a short story and were like, how can we make this short story into a full-length movie? It does feel long. The pacing is very, very long. And I would understand why people would say this is boring. I really do. Because there are a few suspenseful scenes, but there's not a lot of tension where you're on the edge of your seat. It kind of feels like you're just watching a family drama happen at the moment. It doesn't really feel like there's like a suspense or anything like that. Except for the moment where another character comes in and talks about stuff that's going to happen and all that stuff. And like they get in a person who, can sense spirits and stuff like that. That's when things start to really ramp up. But outside that, it kind of felt like I was just waiting for it to get to the point where it's like, okay, they know the spirit's here now. Let's move. Now everything's picking up. So it's kind of one of those ones. I thought it was okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's not one I'm going to rush out and see again. But I want to hear what you guys think, because I think some of you are going to absolutely love this, and I think some of you are going to absolutely hate it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe, and peace out.